fire in Willowick. There have been no injuries reported. News Channel 5 at 6 starts right now.
A nation still waits. No word from the Supreme Court on when they'll rule on the Florida recount, but the Florida legislature is moving full speed ahead. The wild wind that blew through the area left some Berea seniors without heat or electricity, but the community pulls together to weather the storm. And you'll probably never see the power hitter in this uniform again. Manny made the move for money. Ramirez is with the Red Sox and will break down the deal.
I'm a Ford guy. I always have been, and I always will be.
And we'll make a Ford guy out of you, too, because now you can lease the built Ford Tough 2001 F-150 for only $289 a month. That's right, only $289 a month, 24 months on America's best-selling truck 22 years straight. $289 a month on F-150 can't last forever, so you better hurry.
The best trucks are built Ford Tough.
See 6 of the top 10 bestsellers at your local Ford store.
Want to spruce up your meatloaf? Just add Bob Evans sausage. What you get is a meatloaf with absolutely no need for extra ketchup. The possibilities are delicious.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Want to spice up your chili? Add in Bob Evans zesty hot sausage. What you get is a chili with a little kick. The possibilities are delicious.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Live from the News Channel 5 studios, this is News Channel 5 at 6.
Good evening, everyone. There is a lot to tell you about tonight. Everyone is talking about 3 major news stories.
Name the subjects. The Florida recount, of course, subject number 1. Manny Ramirez and the crazy hurricane-strength winds which ripped through the area early this morning. High winds moved into the area overnight and left behind a huge mess. News Channel 5's Tracy Carlos joins us right now live from Shaker Heights with the aftermath. Tracy.
That's right, Ted. You know, we're in Shaker Heights where the lights just came on about 4:30 this afternoon, but the wicked winds toppled trees all over the area and caused lots of problems, especially for some senior citizens in Berea.
Are you okay?
We're telling them to stay in there.
Are you all right?
Yeah, hanging in there.
All right. Okay, we're going to bring you breakfast in your apartment today.
Okay.
Okay, so are you warm enough?
Fran Reynolds and her staff at the Berea Lake Towers Retirement Community pulled together in the wee hours of the morning. They went room by room with flashlights, helping the close to 100 senior citizens who live here.
They all got their medications. We kept them nice and warm. When the power didn't come back on, we did call families to come and take them home, the ones that wanted to go home. Otherwise, everyone else stayed here.
Like Paul and Eileen Spiker. He knew something was wrong when he woke up in the middle of the night.
I was cold.
But the Spikers are happy with the way the staff here made sure everyone was comfortable and safe. And they say there was no need for alarm.
It didn't frighten me, not too much, because I figured, well, I got a roof over in my head.
This was the root of the problem here in Berea. This tree toppled during the high winds, knocking out power to the downtown area. The police department was not spared. They were without phone service for hours.
And then we had cell phones, and we had our calls routed to Middleburg Heights, which just always happens when you lose power. That's all set up that way.
Now, there were about 30,000 Verizon residential phone customers without service. We're told tonight that all of that phone service has been restored and they are working again. As for First Energy, there are still roughly 22,000 customers in the Cleveland area without service, and they hope to have that restored by tomorrow at around noon. And one more note, if you don't have heat or electricity tonight, please call your local police department and they can direct you to shelters that are set up around the area.
Plenty of shelters for everybody all over Northern Ohio. Okay, thank you, Tracy, for that great update. Thank you.
Well, many schools and businesses in Lake County never opened this morning. Lake County got hit pretty hard, and that's where we find News Channel 5's Tony Gaskins, who spent much of the day there. Tony, are people still without power there?
We still have a few people without power, Lorna, a few thousand people without power, but a lot fewer than there were last night. But many here are wondering in Lake and Geauga County, why couldn't this happen in the spring?
Thank you.
In Eastlake, Mayor Dan DiLiberto is the busiest employee in City Hall. That's because he's the only person working in City Hall.
Eastlake City Hall without power. Can I help you?
Much of Lake County lost power, and the mayor decided there was no use conducting city business in the dark and told staff to take the day off. It turns out Eastlake was more than prepared for this emergency, utilizing many of its Y2K safeguards that never became necessary a year ago.
We were just prepared a year early, and it all came in handy today. Our generators that we had for traffic lights were up and running.
But a major concern was the city's senior adult population. This senior citizen center was quickly turned into an emergency shelter, a place where they can spend the day or the night if necessary. Lois B. does not want to spend another cold night in her apartment.
Oh, it was cold, it was cold. So I hurried up and got dressed, put my this shirt on, my heavy pants, and I put my boots on.
Well, hopefully Lois will not have to spend another night in the cold. First Energy expects to have all the power restored, Lorna, by the end of this night. Lorna?
Good news for them. All right. Thank you. Tony Gaskins reporting live. Ted?
It is a done deal. Manny took the money over Cleveland, and it's a sweet deal for him indeed. Dyrell Joyner breaks it down for us, penny by penny. DJ.
Well, when Tribe General Manager John Hart left the baseball meetings yesterday, he thought his last offer was enough to keep Manny in a Tribe uniform. Obviously, it wasn't, and the difference in the two deals between the Indians and the Boston Red Sox could be deferred money. The Tribe offer is reported to be for 8 years for $136 million, up some $17 million from their second offer, and night and day from the initial one of $75 million. Whereas Boston came back late last night and upped the ante from $144 to $160 million over 8 years, plus a $16 million signing bonus and $31 million deferred and an annuity. However, some reports say the Indians' last proposal was the same as Boston's. However, the Tribe's deal had much more deferred money than Boston's. Now, coming up in sports, more from Manny as he gets his physical today in Boston, as well as Texas Ranger Alex Rodriguez. He meets the media. Lorna, back to you.
All right, thanks, DJ. Well, Manny helped the Indians have a great run, as you know, and now Tribe fans are disappointed, though they saw it coming. Here's Matt Callanan with what some fans call another run for greed.
Joanna Criticos sells dogs in the cold for $60 a day. You'll excuse her for thinking Manny Ramirez is greedy. His deal in Boston pays him more in a week than she'll earn in 24 years.
What it is, monkey see, monkey do. If the one gets it, the other one wants the same thing,
Sean Siffin agrees. He's tired of being drilled with higher ticket prices just to pay insane salaries. Manny may bat .300, but he's not worth $160 million.
It's all about money now. It's not about what you love and who you love to play with. It's who's got more money.
Many fans believe the $130 million the Indians had offered Ramirez can now go where it's really needed, into the bullpen.
And that's something that they've been saying for about 4 years now, that they need to spend some money with the pitching staff, and it hasn't happened.
But even critics admit slicing up the team has seriously hurt the Indians' offense.
Well, they got rid of Sandy, they got rid of Justice. I thought both of those were good players. I just think it's falling apart.
And picking up the pieces will depend on what the Indians do next. In Cleveland, Matt Callanan, News Channel 5.
Now, many of the people we spoke to blame themselves for skyrocketing salaries. Fans say if they refuse to buy the expensive tickets, teams could not pay the multi-million-dollar salaries.
And now politics. George W. Bush is one big step closer to becoming president, even though the nation waits for a ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. The Florida House of Representatives voted today to approve 25 electors pledged to George W. Bush. The Florida Senate votes on the same measure come tomorrow. Now, those electors will cast their ballots for president next week. Adam Shapiro reports now Washington may be frozen with anticipation tonight, but for the people who call Cleveland home, the hot topic is making ends meet.
Lunch rush at Cleveland's Diner on Clifton keeps cook Sandy Foote on her feet. And Sandy's the first to tell you a Supreme Court decision and who becomes the next president
I'll still be working 12 hours a day and 6 days a week.
mean very little to her.
I think we're all towards the middle now. So even though I would prefer to see George Bush as president, I think their politics are similar enough and that it may not make that big of a difference for me.
Whatever, at this point.
Barbara Hooker doubts her life will change much either. She thinks the next president is already a lame duck.
I think I can put up with anybody for 4 years because I think that'll be the length of whoever makes it for president.
Well, I know one thing for sure, we're not going to get, we won't get the extra help we get now, you know, with baby care, daycare centers, and, you know, like, paying for your own prescriptions and things like that.
Sharon Montgomery's been out of work since 1999. She'll have hip replacement surgery in January, and the very next day, lose all her health care benefits. She doubts George W. Bush or Al Gore could save her at this point, so she's concentrating on the necessities to save herself.
It's just a roof over the head mainly in the health care.
Back at the diner, Sandy's worried about the next order. It's easier to dish than speculate on the next president's future.
It's a misconception that the president has all the control when we have a Congress that's so divided.
And late this afternoon, the Florida Supreme Court gave George W. Bush a victory when it refused to void thousands of absentee ballots. Trashing those ballots would have wiped out Bush's lead over Gore. Lorna?
All right, thanks, Adam. Well, let's talk about some local recounts. The Plain Local School District bond issue still lost after a recount. The hand count picked up 15 uncounted votes for the measure, making the new loss by 66 votes. And you can bet there were probably jokes about the dimpled Chads. Well, the Lorain County Commissioners recounts in 2 commissioners' races are done. Incumbent County Commissioner Mary Jo Vassy beat Republican Eric Flynn by 117 absentee votes. Flynn will not contest the results. And Republican David Moore beat incumbent Michael Ross.
You know all that red tape you go through at the BMV? I certainly know it all too well. It could be a thing of the past if you're web savvy at all. More on that coming up in just about a minute.
And we will tell you about digital tricks to use with your old-fashioned 35mm camera. Chris Caswell bridges the digital divide next.
I'm forecaster Susan Davies. It's the calm before the next storm. I'll have that coming up.
Johnsonville's brown sugar and honey. Breakfast sausage that's made for kids.
Buongiorno. I'm Don Webster for News Channel 5, and I'd like to invite you to join my wife and me on a fabulous holiday vacations tour to explore Italy, April the 21st through the 29th.
You'll discover the ancient structures of Rome, see the artistic treasures of Vatican City and the Sistine Chapel, and delight in the beautiful Renaissance art in the city of Florence. For your free News Channel 5 Italy brochure, call Holiday Vacations toll-free 1-800-826-2266.
At Big Lots Furniture, you might actually enjoy shopping for furniture.
Oh, look, Jerry. I love this.
Can't you just see this in the family room?
Honey, I don't think we can afford. Looks good to me.
Right now at Big Lots Furniture, this classic look sofa is just $249.99. Big Lots Furniture, quality furniture, closeout prices.
Hello. We're here to sign up for the family talk plan.
You're all family?
Is there some kind of problem here?
Look up here in the faces. Come on.
Yeah, why you don't?
No, I can see the the eyes.
Hi, brother.
Hi, brother.
You're a little tall for an elf.
We all grew up.
Yeah, we all grew up in the...
Family talk. With free calling between family members, everybody wants in on it.
Let me guess, you're twins?
Yeah, that's right.
Only from Ameritech.
Digital photography lets you email pictures to family and friends, as well as make prints. And you can make your own holiday photo cards, too.
But if your 35mm camera, you know, your old-fashioned one, has you feeling like you're on the wrong side of the digital divide, 5 on your side, Chris Caswell says, don't despair. It's easier than you think.
Consumer Reports' Kerry Allen has seen a lot of changes in photography since getting his degree some 15 years ago. He says digital imaging has opened up a whole new world.
You really had to mess around with the print in the darkroom to get something that's good. Now with the computer, you can do that a lot easier, a lot quicker.
Kerry can work off a picture CD. That's something you can get when you have your film developed. Or he can scan prints or negatives into a computer file. Pictures taken with a 35mm camera. With a few clicks, Kerry can get rid of that annoying red eye. Or he can crop a picture, zeroing in on the area he wants, losing boring background.
Wow.
Even if you don't have a computer, 35mm photographers can still take advantage of digital technology. Maybe you've seen special photo kiosks in neighborhood stores. Kodak says anyone can get picture-perfect results.
You don't have to know anything about scanning and printing and calibration.
No negative? No problem. You can just scan a print into the machine. The image comes up on a touch-style screen. You can crop it. Just choose the function and press the arrows. Watch the red box move. When it's printed, you can see the new pictures much more intimate. You can add borders to your photo, even words, and make your own greeting cards. When you're done creating, you get a sheet that goes for about $7. So smile. You don't have to be left out of the digital revolution. Chris Caswell, News Channel 5.
I want to know where they've got those things. Chris says that prints from photo kiosks are often quite good and should last longer than prints made on regular home inkjet printers.
Registering your car can put you in a long line for a long time, but now you can do it online. The governor's office launched a new website today that lets Ohio residents take care of their paperwork over the internet. But your car cannot be leased or registered out of state to use this method. Want to know more? Log on to newsnet5.com and we'll steer you in the right direction.
I'm going to copy that down and log on.
It'll make it a lot easier.
Right.
Well, this morning's howling wind probably woke a lot of people from a sound sleep.
The 80-mile-an-hour winds are gone, thank goodness, but Susan says more snow's coming our way. Your 5-day forecast is coming up next.
Wayne C. Dowdell.
Sherry Lynn No.
Betty Holland.
Selena.
If everyone gives just $1, think of the hope, the light we can share. Holiday Drive 5, because being on your side means caring.
I tell you, I know enough about Ford trucks that any Ford truck would work on my farm.
Accept only the best-built, best-selling trucks in America and get a Built Ford Tough 2001 Ranger Super Cab for just $199 a month for 24 months. Ranger's the best-selling compact pickup in America, and you can get into one for just $199 a month for 24 months. But you better hurry.
The best trucks are Built Ford Tough.
See 6 of the top 10 bestsellers at your local Ford store.
Arby's Sidekickers, zesty jalapeno bites, crispy onion petals, cheesy mozzarella sticks, real appetizers. Get to Arby's and satisfy your grown-up tastes.
What if there was a smart way to get more than just talk from your wireless phone? Well, there is, right now. Get up to $105 cash back and up to 1,000 free night and weekend minutes when you buy a select web or messaging-enabled phone and a qualifying AT&T wireless plan. Something extra to smile about while getting a message from a friend or checking movie listings and reviews, all at the touch of a button. Wireless from AT&T. Your world close at hand.
Set the stage for your future at the University of Akron. We set the standard for excellence and student success in Northern Ohio, giving you unparalleled choice, opportunity, and value. We offer exceptional scholarship and financial assistance, and our Career Advantage program gives you a competitive edge in the new economy. The University of Akron has set the stage for you. Experience the Akron Advantage. Join us, and together we will shape the future.
5 on Your Side investigator Tom Merriman, only on News Channel 5.
Susan, I had been meaning to move my patio chairs off the deck. It's been done for me.
Not a problem.
Where did they end up?
Did they go to your
In
neighbors?
the yard, close to the house, but no longer on the deck.
Well, you know, I wanted to get out and get my my grill, but didn't do it because he was afraid the branches would hit me as they, you know, had stepped outside. So a lot of folks definitely had some issues with blowing things. Let's check outside right now and see what's happening. We have 21, mostly cloudy, and a nice, quiet evening. It's going to be cold, but we certainly deserve the quiet nature of the night. Temperatures are going to be chilling down through the teens. That's because there's a lot of cold air out there. As you look to our east, it's all in the 20s and 30s, and to the west, it's in the single digits, even below zero. Not wind chills. These are just below zero in Davenport, Eau Claire, Duluth. Those furnaces are really heating up there. In the meantime, wind chills aren't going to be a real big deal here because the winds are definitely dying down. But what that means is that temperatures will probably get a little colder than maybe earlier expected. No way about it. It's going to be a cold night, and tomorrow is going to turn out to be a snowy day late in the day. Here are the numbers right now out at the airport. Winds out of the west at 3, pressure's high, large area of high pressure Arctic air settling over the top of us. The highs for the day, this is what it was like shortly after midnight, 48 balmy degrees with rain. And then it certainly plunged, and we have the wind to show for it, too. 0.4 of an inch of snow. We'll do a little better tomorrow. As we check our regional satellite picture, right now just a large area of high pressure, still a few clouds in the neighborhood, but really no big deal as of now, tonight or early tomorrow morning. But what's going to happen over the next 24-hour period? First of all, we have somewhat mild air well to the south. It's cold in parts of Texas, but mild enough to pull in warm moisture off the Gulf and begin working its way up the Ohio Valley. Now remember, warm air holds moisture better than cold air, so this storm, as it works its way up, is going to have quite a bit of moisture with it. Then it runs into our cold Arctic air here, and we're expecting to see quite a dump in places. Now, ice storm is a possibility well to the south along the Ohio River. Here in northeast Ohio, it'll be more the 3 to 5 inch variety, and it's hard to pinpoint at this point because we're still waiting to see the exact track of that storm. We'll know more later tonight and into tomorrow morning. But if you have plans for tomorrow evening that take you on the roads or Thursday morning, you're going to definitely want to watch because this low pressure system could definitely affect everybody's weather tomorrow night into early Thursday morning. All right, here's the forecast for tonight, though. Quiet, 10 degrees for your overnight low, partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, we'll start with a bit of sun early, then clouds rapidly increasing. Snow not expected to start until during the afternoon. The bulk of it will be in the evening overnight hours. It should all be over by Thursday morning. We will still see a little residual snow on Thursday, probably a little bit of lake effect with a high of about 29 degrees. On Friday, some sunshine, 32, 38 on Saturday as we get a little milder air and a little bit more snow, and 40 with sunshine on Sunday. But no winter storm watches or anything issued at this point. That could change by 11.
No more flying barbecues either.
No more of that.
Okay.
Or patio chairs.
Right, or patio chairs. Thank you, Susan. Looking ahead now to what's coming up new tonight on News Channel 5 at 11 o'clock, an airline passenger is strapped into a wheelchair and taken off a plane. It's that fellow right there. Tonight we'll tell you precisely what prompted the pilot to make an emergency landing because of him. And we'll tell you what toys are considered to be too violent for children. Join us at 11.
PJ is here now. Okay, Manny got big bucks, but what do you call what Alex Rodriguez got?
Yeah, bigger
bucks, exactly. Astronomical bucks,
my
but
goodness.
you know, it's a thing that you're going to have to look at because right now I think baseball is some serious trouble. But it is the day that time stood still for the Indians as the world, as they once knew it, has come to an end. Manny is now a chowderhead. The numbers are set in stone, and so are the memories of the slugger going yard at the Jake. We'll take a look at Manny's numbers in his new home at Fenway, and you'll be surprised as to what you'll see.
How important is comfort to you, to your family? A Carrier high-efficiency furnace with our exclusive Comfort Heat technology can keep your entire home quietly and consistently comfortable. Room to room, hour after hour. For about the same amount of electricity a 100-watt bulb uses. Carrier, custom-made indoor weather.
television double play every Saturday night at 7:30 on this station. It's a blast.
When you need a helping hand, you can depend on 5 on Your Side troubleshooter Chris Caswell. Weeknights at 6, only on News Channel 5.
The body has its own suspension. The engine has its own suspension. Even the 6-disc in-dash CD changer has its own suspension. If you suspect there's a reason the QX4 feels so smooth, you'd be wrong. There are many reasons. Imagine the ultimate luxury vehicle. We have the Infiniti QX4.
At Check Into Cash, we turn your check into cash instantly. No, it's not magic, it's just what we do. Anytime you have an unexpected expense and need a payday advance, Check Into Cash can make it happen. At Check Into Cash, you write us a personal check and you get the cash you need instantly. We'll hold your check up to 14 days. You can be in and out within minutes. The next time you need quick cash, for whatever reason, go to Check Into Cash. It's quick, easy, and confidential.
Check Into Cash with over 15 area locations.
Okay, honey, here's the kids' menu. Chicken nuggets, cheeseburger, hot dog.
That's it? That can't be it.
Yep, that's it.
Is there anything on the back?
Just the back of the bunny.
At Hometown Buffet, a kid can choose like a grown-up from over 90 items freshly prepared each day. Kids' prices without the kids' menu.
Mom?
Hometown Buffet. Great choice.
Sweetest game in town. Well, money can't buy you love, but obviously it can buy happiness. Manny Ramirez's $160 million deal can buy a lot of Christmas shopping on Newbury Street in Boston. The number is $160 million over 8 years. He has agreed to with the Boston Red Sox. This afternoon, Manny took a physical at a Boston hospital and now must await the results before he signs the 8-year deal. The slugger also banked a $16 million signing bonus. Some reports say the Indians offered the same deal, but there was much more money deferred. Now, Manny, one of the most prolific run producers over the last 3 years. So for all you sentimental types, Manny's last at bat as an Indian, a homer in the last game of the season. Manny, thanks for the memories, bro. Although the money is astronomical, his numbers are not at Fenway, batting only .278 and 16 RBI in 37 games. Both are his lowest in any park on the junior circuit. His shortcomings don't end there either. He swatted only 5 homers over the Green Monster, which is his second lowest home run total in any park in the American League. Compare his .278 batting average at Fenway to .309 at the J. Now, if you want to hear more from Manny and what happened behind the scenes with his agent Jeff Morad in negotiations with the Tribe and other Major League teams, check out our half-hour special called Inside the Deal this Friday night at 8 o'clock right here on News Channel 5. Well, the golden boy of the Texas Rangers finally faced the music after signing a record $252 million contract with the Rangers. Alex Rodriguez, considered the best shortstop in the business, will be added to a team already loaded with Palmeiros, the Pud Rodriguez's, and Ken Caminetti's. A-Rod, however, is the one expected to lead the Rangers to the World Series.
At 25 years old, I have a rare opportunity to start a new career, and hopefully by the time I'm done, I mean, people just remember me as a Ranger.
Now the Cavs look to remain in first place tonight when they host the Dallas Mavericks. The Cavs will have to do so without one of their super subs, that being backup Bimbo Coles. The guard has a tear in his medial meniscus in his left knee and will be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Although he averaged only 8 points and 4 assists per game, his leadership will be missed more than anything. In only 2 years as coach of the Oklahoma Sooners, Bob Stoops has the #1 team in the country and 1 win away from a national title. As a result, he grabs top honors today as the Associated Press names him the Coach of the Year. The 40-year-old turned the Sooners from the old-school wishbone style of attack into a wide-open passing game. Last week, his quarterback, Josh Heupel, was chosen as the College Player of the Year, and they are primed to take on Florida State in the national title game at the Orange Bowl.
Okay.
Winner take all.
All right, thanks, TJ. Back in a moment.
The News Channel 5 forecasters, keeping you covered.
When a bunch of GE volunteers like Marty Gardner rebuilt this playground for kids at a YMCA camp in Cleveland, they turned it into a family affair. They invited their wives, husbands, kids, granddads, and grandmas. It was like a picnic, only instead of fooling around, everybody worked, including some who may be in the next generation of GE volunteers.
Tonight, Gina's fiancé needs to impress certain people at this chic party.
This is your writer crowd. They're all looking up to you. Oh, it's me. Hey! Show's over.
I think they are impressed. A new Gina Davis show after a new Dharma and Greg. See you tonight on ABC.
There's someone new at the workplace.
I wanted to get to know you.
He's obviously flirting.
You're not jealous, are you?
D.B. Sweeney guest stars once and again tonight on ABC.
Planning to sell your home? Ask a Smythe Kramer Realtor to feature it on the TV Open House Preview, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on News Channel 5.
Get in for $279 a month. Get out in a new 2001 Ford Taurus. For a very limited time, your local Ford dealer can get you a low lease rate of just $279 a month for 36 months with only $12.95 due at signing. Or get in now and choose a big $1,500 cash back. That's $279 a month lease or buy with $1,500 cash back on Ford Taurus. This deal won't last. Get in now for $279 a month or $1,500 cash back. And get out in a new Ford Taurus at your local Ford store.
Yes, my family and I would like to sign up for your family talk plan.
Your family?
Yes, this is my brother Tony.
Hey, how you doing?
And this is my cousin.
Hello.
Little G.
So, man.
And this is my my other brother, Bruce.
Hi, we all brothers.
Family talk. With free calling between family members, everybody wants in on it.
Last name?
Jones.
Petroselli.
Petroselli Jones is a hyphen thing.
Only from Ameritech.
Looking for that extra ingredient to zing up your weekends? Then just add some savory Bob Evans sausage. The possibilities are delicious. Bob Evans, done on the farm. If you're looking to pep up your spaghetti sauce, just add Bob Evans Italian sausage. What you get is a meal with a little zip to it. The possibilities are delicious. Bob Evans, done on the farm.
Closed captioning of News Channel 5 News is brought to you by the Ohio Lottery.
Finally tonight, I am genuinely sorry to see Manny Ramirez leave Cleveland. Not so much because of his personality, but mostly because of his extraordinary gifts as a baseball player. The Indians' loss is definitely Boston's gain, and since Boston is paying him $26 million more than Cleveland, who can blame the fella for leaving town? Manny Ramirez is an enigma. He talked less and showed less of his true self to any of us and almost any other Cleveland ball player. And because he was so quiet, it was easy, at least for me, to get the impression he wasn't very happy. Like many of you, I'm going to miss Manny, especially his talent. I wish him well in Beantown, and I also hope he's happy. Maybe the $160 million he's getting will help.
He's happy on the inside.
Yeah, he's got to be. Probably on the outside, he'll show it one day.
Yeah. That's it for News Channel 5 at 6. Thanks for joining us.
World News Tonight is next. Have a great evening.
Good night.
On your side, all the time. Newsnet5.com. Everything you need, all in one place.